Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Board Explorer, and today, keeping up with our theme of country affairs, I'm joined by Ian Mckagan. Hello, Ian.
Hello, Richard. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Now, Ian's one of our long-time viewers.
I'm afraid I am, yeah.
Yeah, good man. And he's been watching the show for a long time. And he said, do you know what, Richard? I've got a tractor you'd love to have a look at.
Try and get you on the go and see if we can get you have a go at
Yes.
it today. See if we can have a go with it.
It's going to be very exciting. And here it is. So first of all, Ian, tell us a little bit about yourself, so what you do. And
Well, I'm a gardener. I bought this land many years ago, and just to mainly sort of to put some bits and pieces on here. I've grown the fruit and veg. But mainly I do gardening for regular customers. I've done some for Elizabeth. I've also done, we do fencing and hedging and all sorts of bits and pieces. I used to work with my father when he was alive and used to give me a hand. But he used to love riding on the tractor, and we'd come along and we could get him on there, couldn't get him off it. But we use it for cutting the grass. I've used it for pulling out tree stumps, also for doing trailer work. We've moved soil with it. We've just done general sort of work with it on the land. It's been really useful to have, and really sort of quite a handy old machine to keep going.
tell us a bit about the actual tractor.
Well, I bought it about 30 years ago. I used to see it working on the land that I used to work on for my boss.
Oh, wow.
They used to use it for fruit and veg, and used to do ploughing and stuff like that. It then went derelict. They gave up working, and it sat there for quite a few years. The nursery I worked in at the time, which was a local nursery, the boss's brother said to me, he said, there's an old tractor up the field. He said, you've got some land. He said, why don't you get yourself a tractor? I'd never thought about getting a tractor. And he said, no, he said, you need a tractor. You're going to need to cut your grass. There's several things you're going to need to do with it. So we went up and saw this tractor, and it was sitting there in the bushes. £75 later on, I bought this tractor, and the boss's brother got it down to the nursery. I painted it all up over the years ago, and he actually put all the engine right and got it going. Within about 2 to 3 months, it was all up and running.
£75 for a tractor.
£75, yeah, you won't pay that now.
No, I bet you won't. So it's an international.
It's a McCormick International B414. The B stands for British, and so that's made any B International B414 or B444 or 434. They're all made in Britain, up in Bradford. It's 1965, so it is it's 55 years old.
Yeah.
And literally, you know, it's an old-fashioned implement that we used. I've got the mower on the back, which we will cut some grass today, and hopefully we'll get you sitting on there and riding it, and we can get you cutting grass in.
Well, that's a little bonus, isn't it?
On the front, obviously, you've got this is the throttle, and that's the hand throttle. You don't have a throttle on the floor. It's literally a hand throttle, so it goes back and forth. You've obviously got the starter here, and then on the side here there is the glow plug, and that's the glow plug. You have to push this round to get it started. That heats the engine up, and then that, because it's diesel, it's a very heavy old engine, and to get the engine to start, you've literally got to heat the engine up to get it to start, especially when it's cold. When it's warm, you don't need it, but when it's cold. There are also two little throttles, one down here. There's to start it, you have to press this and pull this cord down. That will start it. And then to stop, you've got a stop button there. There is also a high and low button, which you have to pull across the lever. It goes high and low, so the engine can go in low, generally for when you're working in the fields, ploughing, cultivating, or grass cutting like we're going to do today. High ratio would be for work, so that would be for road work. And it's a 4-speed gearbox on there, but the gear stick is in between your legs compared with down the side. There's also, very unusual for a tractor of this age, a diff lock that will then lock up both wheels. When you're ploughing, often one wheel will spin in the ground. To make both wheels go together, you then have to use the diff lock, and then that will bring both wheels into play. That hopefully then will pull you out of the mud hole that you've probably made.
Well, Ian,
Right.
you make that look so easy.
Well, there you go. We haven't started mowing yet, so.
Oh, yes, of course.
That's the hard bit.
And that's the reason we're here. So this grass that you've got here, it's what is it? It's about nearly 4 foot tall. Some of it.
It's grown up. Yeah, it's very thick over the far end. It gets thicker as you go.
How often do you mow?
Generally, sort of twice a year. Generally, I keep it. It used to be cut for hay, and I've had horses and sheep in here, but this year nobody seems to want it, so I'm going to just cut it down, get it topped off, tidy it all up, and then we'll have it recut again in September time.
Right.
And that just keeps it down for the winter time then. And my friend's going to walk his dogs over here for the winter time and give him something to do.
Yeah.
So he's going to train his dogs up.
Oh, fantastic. Well, there we go. Right. So, well, this is where it becomes the skill starts to come in, because you've. I mean, I see you've done some mowing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've just topped off a few bits and pieces.
Right.
But it's the rest of it to do now. So we've got a 3/4 acre to cut now. So
yes,
I think it's about time we gave you a go, didn't you?
You reckon?
I think you need to come and have a go.
You feel safe with me?
I think you'll be fine on it. We'll teach you how to do it. You
All right.
can only go through the hedge once.
Yes, that's true. That is true. Well, I'll be thrilled to.
Okay, let's get you on the tractor then.
Righto.
Okay. Right,
I'm on.
Yeah.
So you just press a button and go?
No, afraid not. No, it's not as easy as that.
Oh.
No, so what we need to do,
yes,
we need to show you how to start it.
Yeah.
So you've got your
ignition
key there, so we turn the ignition key on.
Yeah.
Now, you're okay for your heat start because it's all heated up.
Marvellous.
So you're out of gear.
Good.
Yeah, and your PTO's all okay, that's all fine, your tractor's just off the ground.
Lovely.
So you just need to push this button down there, you pull that knob down.
Pull the knob.
Okay, pull the knob.
Here we go.
Away you go.
Oh! Wow, how about that?
That's that. That's your gear stuck in the middle, so you
Oh yeah.
First and second when you put on the clutch.
Clutch. Into first. Oh. Handbrakes. Down. Bit of revs. Whoa. Almost the skilled professional now.
That was very well.
Was that all right?
You've done very well to get on the tractor and to actually cut the grass as well. Not many people do that.
I didn't expect to have a go at cutting the grass. That was amazing. No. And not a bad line.
You've done a pretty good line there, Richard. You're pretty straight. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So that was, I mean, it's a lovely machine. It goes, well, I was driving it slowly, obviously, first time. But it is a beautiful machine. And I think the fact that you're open to the elements and the fact that you can see all around you and hear everything, if there was any wildlife that you needed to stop for or whatever, you could
see the mice or the rabbits running around in the field if you need to, and you can stop. So
unlike these big ones where you're in a cabbie and
that's right. Yeah,
great fun. So I'm very envious now. Obviously, if I get my bit of land, I'm thinking about, I'm going to probably need to get one of these.
Need to get you a tractor and perhaps get you a Ferguson tractor. It'd be a nice little 25 horsepower one. You can get all the implements on your back. You can get the ploughs and the cultivators and all that you need to do what you need to do.
Fantastic. Well, listen, Ian, it's been, I was going to shake your hand, but we're not allowed to do that, are we? But it's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much.
More than welcome.
You're going to let me do a little bit more grass cutting, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I'm going to go and sit down, and while you're doing it, I'm going to have to go a cup of tea, and I'm going to let you do it.
Well, I'll just
I'd get somebody to come and cut my grass.
Yeah, no, that's payment for all that. Don't worry, it's all in safe hands.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Thank you so much, Ian.
You're welcome. Take care.
Right, better get back on then.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Richard!
The tree, it just leapt at me.
Richard, what have you done?
No.
What have you done?
I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. The tractor is
in the hedge.
I know, but the tree leapt out at me. I'm so sorry. I know, I didn't mean to. No,